Hi, welcome to Ikate's Crossing. Okay, so with the Silver Witchcraft Tarot I want to do another year ahead spread, like looking at the wheel of the year. But I want to also include each month seasons of the witch at certain times. Now remember, I'm in the southern hemisphere, so it is going to be a little different for you in the northern hemisphere. You're going to want to look at what for you. But for me, we've got, okay, so we're in January. So January, there's no Sabbath. February, we've got Lammas. Now, of course, we don't have a Lammas oracle, but I may have a look and see what oracle deck I can dive a little deeper into for Lammas. March is Marbon. April, nothing. So I'll have a look and see what decks I've got for that. May is Samhain. June is Yule. July is nothing. August is Imbolc. September, Ostara. Which I don't have a deck for yet. October is nothing. November, well, end of October, beginning of November is Beltane. December is actually Litha. And I don't have an oracle deck for that. So we don't have Lammas yet, we don't have Ostara, and we don't have Letha. So unless something comes out with this series, unless they produce a deck for that month, I'm just going to do the 5 decks I've got. So I'm going to do Marbon for March, Samhain for May, Yule for June, Imbolc for August, and Beltane for November. And I'll see what I use for in between. But let's have a look and see what card I'm going to do for each month with the Silver Witchcraft Tarot. Okay, so let's have a look at... Ooh! Okay. Interesting. January, we've got the Chariot. Okay. Okay, January, Chariot. February. Ooh, Death card. March. 9 of Swords. Oh, that doesn't look so good, does it? Okay, so January, February, March. So April, we're up to. April. 10 of Swords. That's interesting. So I think working through that worry is going to allow me to actually do know what needs to let go. What do I need to do final? What needs to end? Okay, so January, February, March, April. So May. May is Queen of Chalices. Ooh, interesting. Okay, January, February, March, April, May, June. 3 of Wands. Of course, each month as we go through it, we'll dive a little deeper into each one. Okay, January, February, March, April, May, June. July, we've got the Wheel. Remember, we're going to dive a lot deeper each month into each card, and we'll use what Seasons of the Witch Oracle deck or something else as well, depending on what month it is. August, we have the Sun, which is interesting. September, oh, That's interesting. Queen of Swords. Remember, some of the times the court cards can be people that are arriving in your life as well, and that's one thing that we need to sort of look at when we reflect back on the month. You know, when we look ahead, we're going to be a little bit unsure on whether it's a person or something like that, but at the end of the month we need to reflect on that. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So October and November. October is Justice. November is Ten of Pentacles. And then December, what flew out? Three of... Ooh, could be some heartbreak coming up at the end of the year. That's not so good, is it? Okay. Oh. Okay. This here at the beginning of the year, this January, February, I know what that could be. Depends on what goes on in the next month, what we'll be dealing with there. Oh, my brother's very, very ill with motor neuron, the same as my father, and very, very ill. So we may in February be dealing with with the direction that we're moving into over January. I think this is a lot about deciding on the direction that I actually want to take with, and that could be part of my brother's illness. Okay, this sort of starts to make sense when we're looking at that with his, like the doctor said, that he may only have weeks left, so we'll be dealing with a lot of loss and that sort of stuff. So that's maybe what that is, and then we, of course, the worry and the stress come into it, and then with dealing with having to have that sense of closure, things ending, things changing, and I think with the Queen of Chalices there, so that could be about that compassion. Oh, a lot of it could be to do with my brother's illness and how we deal with that as a family coming up. Okay. And how we move forward in that direction. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on there in regards to that. Okay, interesting. What an interesting one to be looking at. Okay, so remember, each month I'm going to be dealing with different seasons of the Witch Oracle. And I know at the moment we don't have a Sabbath for it, should I say, in January. We don't actually have a Sabbath. I'm still working through the Beltane Oracle from November through December, and because I don't have Letha, so I still worked with Beltane, and I'm going through January. Interesting. Of course, I don't have a Lammas Oracle yet, and the next one will be the Marbon for March. Okay, interesting there for looking at the week ahead. So, the year ahead, should I say, with the Wheel of the Year spread. So, let's have a look and see what the cards are going to give us and a little bit more for our centre card. What's our centre card that we're sort of focusing? So, what's the theme of the year? What is the theme of the year for me? So what is the theme of the year for me? The theme of the year for me is Three of Pentacles. Interesting. Finishing tasks, getting things done, manifesting, creating something new. Interesting there. Okay, so what am I? So if my birthday is March the 11th, so 03, with the 11th, which is a 2, so 3 and 2 are 5, and we're 2024. So 2024 is 2, 4, 5 is the Hermit. Okay, so let's have a look here in the Major Arcana cards if they're not in the thing. So it is the year of Hermit. I just want to include that. I'm just sort of diving a little bit deeper here. So we've got 2024. Yeah, 2024 is the Hermit. So let's grab the Hermit out. Here we go. So, this is my theme for the year, which is about manifesting what we truly want. And I think with the Year of the Hermit, it's all about education, it's all about learning. I think there's also a lot about the sense of wisdom gained, knowledge gained. Being in silence, being in solitude could be a really important part of the year. And I'm not talking just normal, just being alone, but actually using that time wisely. Using that solitude time wisely, doing a bit of shadow work, etc. I think it's part of it as well. So let's have a look. So what did I say? 11th of March. So 11 and 2 is 5. 5 and 9. 5 and 9 is 14. 5 and 9 is 14. Okay, so that's temperance. So let's have a look. My year for my birthday, okay, is my year. My birth. So this one here is the temperance, is what I'm looking at here for 2024. So let's grab the temperance. So this is going to be a great time for me to stay calm. Don't be excessive in any behaviour, and how I choose to react is going to be super important for me this year. It's quite interesting when you sort of start diving in a little bit deeper to just the Wheel of the Year spread, looking at how, what does this year actually mean? So for me, from my birthday, remember my birthday's in March, so for me this year is going to be all about, as I've moved through transformation and changes, I'm going to be, here we go, with the temperance card, all about making sure I stay calm. How do I choose to react? Making sure I'm not excessive in my behaviour, in my reactions, making sure I stay calm. Look at my emotions and what I pour out of myself in regards to my emotion. Interesting here. So I am going to dive a little bit deeper. Now I do have the little white book which I want to have a look at a little bit further. So I'm going to use that in my study as I look at these each card over this period. So I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into the centerpiece. So like I said, my now my birth card is actually the Empress, being the 11th of March 1969. I'm Empress. Right, so it's all about creation. So it's interesting that my theme for this year is all about making sure that I'm about creating my thing, manifesting what I want to create in my life, being able to have that sense of knowing I'm not alone in that, maybe a group thing, but I do need to have that sense of solitude a lot of times. And when we talk about not being alone, I get that sense of working with spirit in some way, and it's making sure that I stay calm and choose how I react this year is going to be really important. To not let my emotions get the better of me, making sure I have that balance as well. Super important here. So interesting spread. We've looked at the year ahead. Now I will dive a little bit deeper into each part of the spread as we go through this really slowly over the next 12 months, remembering that we will, starting from March, pull out Marbon, because I don't think we'll have the Lammas Oracle before then. Because of being in the southern hemisphere, of course, it's going to be quite different. Okay, so I have Marbon, Samhain, Yule, Imbolc, and Beltane. Of course, we know that we don't have Lammas, Ostara, and Letha yet. So that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell, so you'll know when the next video in this series, as we dive deeper into each month. Remember to pull out your decks and what you want to use for your for exploration as we go through each month. Okay, so that's it for me. Take care and blessed be. Merry part till we merry meet again.